the topic of trust levels that you need to gain within your customers if you're in the AI role, I see three key levels that you have to climb. And I'm going to go through them. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand what those levels are and have an indication on how to climb the ladders of those levels. Let's start with level one. Or even before we get that, let's talk about why it's important to build trust with customers in AI today. AI is moving so fast, no one is keeping up. If anyone tells you they're keeping up with it, they are lying because no one is keeping up with the pace of AI, not even people in the front line. So many things happening, so many developments, so many competition within this space. Some of our customers, some of our clients, they need someone to help them sort out the signal from the noise. That's where you come in as someone that can say, hey, this is the direction you need to go in on a road that has so many directions and so many distractions. You need to gain trust. So level one is being a solution vendor. And you don't want to be on this level. If you're a solution vendor, you're trying to sell something and you're talking about how you can solve a problem. And that's not where we're at today anymore. With AI, you can solve any problem. You can vibe code a solution to any problem these days. Any technological problem, your customers can build their own tools and some of them are reluctant to buy them. If you're a solution vendor, you're positioning yourself at the lowest level. You're not going to build trust very quickly. For example, you can say there's a problem. Let me think of a random problem. I'm going to use agent memory because agent memory is my lane. This is how a solution vendor, we pose the problem. It will say, hey, customer, your agents can't remember information, they forget information. We have this solution for you that's going to help your agent remember. It's going to help your agent remember information that you pass in. And your customer is going to say, okay, but I can build that myself. I can literally just type in something into Codex or Plot Code, and then I have something. The conversation's gone. You don't want to be at that level. I said, maybe if you were in the technology space 20 years ago, where everything was a bit new, maybe even 10 years ago, where things were a bit new, you can talk about the solution to the problem. But today, you need to go one step ahead. You don't want to be a solution vendor and you don't want to speak like one. What you want to be today is a trusted advisor. I see that a lot of people want people to advise them on other areas of the AI stack or agentic workload or AI infrastructure. I found this when I used to work in my previous company or the company I'm in now, where I was selling databases. But once I did my job, my customers were asking me for evaluation platforms that they should adopt. They were asking me, okay, you seem to know a lot about this whole agent stack. What other solutions for evaluating our agent traces or the agent performance should we adopt? And I gave them the lay of the land of the popular platforms and the pros and cons and which one they can adopt with their agent stack. But the key thing here is you are now a trusted advisor, but you don't need to start sending the solution anymore. You are now becoming someone that can partner with your customers on key problems that are not just within the problems you're trying to solve, but other problem lanes as well. You become a trusted advisor. Your customer has a problem, they will think of you. They'll think of your company. They will go to you. So a lot of consultants, AI consultants are some of the big consulting companies. They want to be in this trust level. So they want to be trusted advisors. But there is another level that very few people reach, and that is becoming an innovation partner. And if you're able to get to this level, it would do wonders for the amount of deals you're going to get, because you want to be an innovation partner, especially in the age of AI we're in, when no one knows what the next capabilities these new models are going to bring, what is going to unlock. But regardless of what's going to come from there, your customer is already thinking of you. They're thinking, yes, Richmond is already going to know how we can leverage this for our problem domain. Let's call Richmond up and speak to him and see when the new GPT 5.10. I don't know what they're going to call it. When it comes out, we're going to ask Richmond, what's his opinion on it? Should we switch? What other productivity can we gain from this? What other use cases can we cross over on this? What other features can we implement? Now you become an innovation partner. Your customers are trying to think about innovating. They are thinking about you next. You stop selling them solutions. You keep advising them on the current problem space, but now you become a partner, an innovation partner, and work with them and guide them to the future. Not a lot of people are in this space. Very few people in AI can be seen as innovation partners. There are certain individuals that if you had them next to you in your company, you know that they will accelerate the way you're seeing things in the space. They will change your perspective. You have people that work in Anthropic. Boris, the creator of Cloud Code, his mindset, you would love to have him as an innovation partner. You have also an Anthropic, you have Andrew Karpathy. You would love to have him as an innovation partner. Those people by default are innovation partners by the way that they think. In OpenAI, you have Peter that created OpenClaw, and all of these individuals, if they were in a customer account, they are innovating, they are accelerating the customer's perspective on building AI workloads. That's where you want to be. How do you become an innovation partner? One, don't think about the world from a problem solution perspective. At the very least, you need to start thinking about things at the ecosystem level, at the stack level. You need to own your lane, but an awareness of other layers of the agent stack. If you're working in the data layer, you need to know a little bit on the application layer. You want the key players, the pros and cons, how do they integrate with your solution in the data layer. You need to be able to move through the layers and have strong opinions about this. 2 years ago, I wrote a piece on the AI stack. So I gave what I thought about the entire AI stack. And I was only operating at one layer within the AI stack, but I had strong opinions on every single levels, and I knew who the key players are on that AI stack. So at the very least, I was the trusted advisor. You need to look at where you are in the agent or the AI stack, own it, then think about who else do you integrate with? And that's the bare minimum that gets you to that trusted advisor. Then the innovation partner, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But one thing I'm seeing is by you being in the arena, and you working on your visibility, building in public, learning in public, you become this person that your customer sees that is at least exploring the field at a rapid pace. So at the very least, your customer sees that external visibility that you're building by default. The LinkedIn algorithm, the X algorithm, they will bless your content and get it to your customers. And then your customer starts requesting for you by name. Or at least they start asking some of their account exec to go get this guy because he seems to know what he's talking about. That's why I see what's for being an innovation partner, which is working on your external credibility and your external knowledge. So you're learning in public and you're building in public. I'm sure there are other things, but as I uncover them, I will share with you the tips and tricks I'm using in my career progression. That's it. On the topic of the trust levels that you need to gain within your customers, they're free. So you need to have discovered, which is you need to at least be a solution vendor. You need to be able to speak like one, but you don't want to do that today. Everyone's done that. Everyone at least has that down. Then next, you want to be a trusted advisor, which is the next level. And the final level is you want to be an innovation partner. Those are the 3 levels I'm seeing. And if you like these videos, just like and subscribe, or just comment what else you like to see. I will do some more tutorials as usual, but sometimes I just like to go on a riff and write out what's in my head, what I'm seeing in the space, how I'm developing my career. See you in the next video.